Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect that preach this truth throughout the four corners of the globe. Shalom, Yasharala. Alright. This lesson is, Lord willing, going to be pretty short, straight to the point. But, you got to come in this truth, as a child, man. You got to be reborn, as Yahushai said. All right, you got to come in this truth as a babe, so you can basically receive that milk. You gotta take on the characteristics of a child, man, when you come into this truth. All right. Because a child is basically vulnerable to learn anything, A child is humble, quiet, not really, depending, for the most part, the little children, they vulnerable, man, They vulnerable to learn anything and vulnerable to a certain extent. Like when I say vulnerable, I mean like, basically, when a child is little and you teach them things, they're more likely to, live those teachings or live through those teachings, or basically, fulfill those teachings that they learn, or just be able to understand what they learn, man. That's like if you train a little kid, all right. If you train a little kid and you train him, teach him how to box, and he's been doing it since he was little, that means when he grows older, he's going to be good at it, man. He's going to try to master it if he hasn't already. And that's why we got to come in this truth as a child, man. We got to relearn everything and forget what we learned in the world, man. So that when we grow older in this truth, we could, Lord willing, we could become, more learn in this thing. We could become more wise, all right? But you got to start off as a babe, man. This Matthew chapter 11, verse 25. It says, "At that time Yahushai answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes." That's right, man. All right? When you a babe in this truth, you're going to receive milk, man. All right? When you a babe in this truth, the Lord is going to reveal certain things to you, all right? But it's going to be milk, man. All right, it's going to be something simple that you can understand for that time being, all right? And then when you grow in this truth, when you start to hit them years, when you start to get more years within this truth, then the Lord, you're going to work your way up to the meat, man. All right? But look, you gotta come as babes first, man. And Yahushua, he was giving praise to the Father that the babes was getting wisdom, man. He was giving praise to the Father, man. So, Lucky, this 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. Salakia. First Peter chapter 2, verse 2. It says, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. That's right, man. As newcomers in this truth, all right, we are to receive milk scriptures, man, which is basically easy to get, those self-explanatory scriptures, man. Those scriptures that stick to you, those scriptures where the Lord reveal it into you, and it's it come like that, man. But you gotta receive that milk first before you get to the meat, man. All right. any newborn baby, they gotta get breastfed first, man. Before they start eating solid food, they ain't got no teeth. So they gotta receive, the milk, And us being newborn children in this truth, coming in this truth as a newborn child, spiritually, we gotta get that milk scripture, man. We gotta get the milk scriptures as fast as we can, but still being diligent with it, still being patient with it. But we still gotta get these milk scriptures, all right? And we gotta get it quick, man, because the time is coming near where it's finna be the famine of the word, and Esau already working on this YouTube and working on this net neutrality, man. So we gotta get these milk scriptures while they're here, man. All right, I'm gonna bring that back. It says, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. Right. So when you receive the milk, you're gonna grow, man. All right, you're gonna grow. If you become diligent in this thing, Lord willing, we be part of the elect. We're gonna grow, man. That milk is gonna build us up. That milk is gonna make us stronger, man. Make our bones stronger, make our faith stronger, And then we'll grow eventually, man. We'll grow into grown men. All right. And I mean spiritually when I say that. You might have some knucklehead. Oh, I'm a grown ass man. No, man. I'm talking about spiritually. Jake don't get that, man. He don't get the spiritual aspect of things. It's Hebrews chapter 5, verse 13. It says, for everyone that useth milk is skillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. That's right, man. When you use that milk, you skillful. Even when you is using milk scriptures, man, you're gonna become skillful with it, man. You're gonna learn how to use those scriptures. You're gonna learn how to cut niggas with it. You're gonna learn how to use it and to apply it to your life, man. You're gonna learn how to basically become a master with it, man. How to become, I wouldn't say, through the spirit of Habashim Yahushua, you're going to become a pro with it, man. All right? To the point where you can use it to get you out of any situation. You can use the scriptures to get you out of any situation and to diffuse situations, man. All right? You can use these scriptures for any and everything, man. And it can only benefit for the good depending on, the predicament, the situation, and the spirit flow, man. All right? But when you use these milk scriptures, you become skillful, man, as a babe. All right? Even if you is, if you an older brother in this truth, man, you still got to come back to those milk scriptures, man. All right? You got to balance it out, man. You still got to come back to those milk scriptures. All right? Verse 14, it says, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age. Right, the elders, man. All right? Those are the only ones who could break down the meat scriptures, man. The deeper meanings, the origins of the topic, the history behind it, the definition of words, man. That's for the elders. That's for the elders, man. So if you a newcomer in this truth, or you just a babe, you can't be trying to break down meat scriptures and trying to it's all through the spirit anyway, but don't try to involve yourself mainly with the meat of the scriptures, man. Because then you're gonna choke, man. And you're gonna vomit all of that up, man. You're gonna choke. You're gonna vomit, man. You're gonna find yourself confused, So that's for the strong meat is for the elders, man, to break down into us, man, so that we can get an understanding from it. All right. It says, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to both. It says, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. That's right, man. Because they've been more experienced in this truth, man. So they got more spiritual discernment, And that's why that's why the Lord put the spirit on them to be able to, understand and meet scriptures, man. All right. It's the elders, man. All right, they more experienced, they more built up, you know, they more stronger than us in this truth, man. And they've been in this truth longer than us, man. All right. So the Lord gave them spiritual discernment to discern good and evil, you know, which is a powerful thing, man. You know, but brothers that's babes in this truth, like a year or two or a couple months in this truth, man, we gotta use the milk scriptures, man. All right, I ain't saying it's not nothing wrong with learning meat scriptures, but as far as as basically, you know, that being your main, your main priority is learning meat scriptures. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all through the spirit, but it's the milk, man. You know, if you a babe, you need milk. All right, those meat scriptures, they're gonna come to you through the spirit, man. You just gotta get built up. You gotta get more experienced in this truth. You know, the Lord gotta try you, test you, and all sorts of things, man. All right, but as babes, we are to take in the milk scriptures, man. All right. And Salakia, I should have started at verse 12. That's what I'm gonna do. This Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. It says, For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of Yahweh. That's right, man. Because when you feel like you're ready to become a teacher, and you feel like you're ready to hit them highways and byways, you know, upload your videos and start preaching, you gotta go back to the beginning, man. All right, you gotta go back to the beginning, man. Which means you gotta go back to the origin of the Most High, man. You know, you gotta retain all that information that you did at the beginning, man. So basically, you gotta go back to when you first came in. All right, relearn everything you learned when you first came in, and you gotta remember it. You gotta take it with you, man. It gotta stick to you, man. And at the same time, though, those are the milk scriptures, man. When you first come in here, you're going to learn milk scriptures, man. All right? Through the Spirit. You're going to get those milk scriptures, man. So when you're ready to become a teacher, you know, you a babe in this truth, but the Spirit is on you to teach. You know, teach those milk scriptures, man. Because if you out there teaching meat, you're not going to know. You're going to be confused, man. All right? Through the Spirit, you're not going to know what you're talking about. Next thing you know, you're breaking down the scriptures wrong, man. Going off, man. So leave it to the apostles and elders to break down the meat, man. If you want to understand meat scriptures, you know, go to the apostles and elders or a brother that's over you, man. All right. But as a babe in this truth, you got to go back to the milk. All right. Still at the 12th verse, it says, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. Right, man. You gonna need milk, man. All right. You know, you need milk, bro. You know, when you come in this truth, you gotta go back to the meat scriptures. Or Salakia, the milk. Salakia, you need the milk scriptures, man. You gotta come back to the milk scriptures so it could be easy to digest, easy to swallow, and then it's gonna add up, man. And with this, like the scripture I just read, I'm gonna read it back. Verse 13, it says, For everyone that useth the milk is skillful in the word of righteousness. Right, man. These scriptures is the word of righteousness. The breakdown of the scriptures is the word of righteousness, man. All right. Now, when you get those milk scriptures and you stack them, all right, when you stack those milk scriptures, you're going to become skillful with it, man. You're going to start to see that you becoming better at this, better at that. The Spirit is on you to do this more, you know, and you become better. And the Spirit will be on you more, man. All right, but you got to involve yourself in these milk scriptures. And even if you got meat, if you got the understanding of meat scriptures, you got to always turn back to the milk, man. All right, not saying that the meat scriptures are not important. The meat scriptures are very important, man. All scriptures are important, man. This whole book, you know, the Apocrypha, you know, all of this is important, man. This is a life. This is basically a manual on how to live life, man. All right, but Salakia for my much talking. Now I'm gonna go to Mark the 10th chapter. It's Mark chapter 10, verse 14. It says, but when Yahushua saw this, but when Yahushua saw it, or Salakia, I'll start at verse 13. Mark chapter 10, verse 13. It says, and they brought young children to him that he should touch them. And his disciples rebuked those that brought them. But when Yahushua saw it, he was much displeased and said unto them, suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not. For of such is the kingdom of Yahweh. All right, this is Yahushua speaking right here. Verse 15, it says, verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of Yahweh as a little child, he shall not enter therein, man. All right, and that's the point right there, man. You got to come in this. The Yahushua was making a reference to you got to come into this truth. You got to come into this wisdom and knowledge as a child, man. All right, you gotta come here in a humble spirit. You know, you gotta be ready to learn. All right, and you gotta have that zeal. You gotta have that zeal in you, man. All right, you gotta have faith, man. All right, because a child, man, look, when you was a child and you know you had your mom or your father teach you stuff, for the most part you was listening, man. All right, for the most part you were listening. All right, because it's stuff that I know I probably speak for other brothers too. It's stuff that you still remember to this day that you learned when you was little, man. That your mom or your pops probably taught you, or somebody else taught you, man. Schooled you on, you know, maybe an older Jake or whatever. But look, man, when you younger, you're more vulnerable to learn things, man. Are you taking information more, man? Are you soaking information more? So you gotta come in this truth with a humble, a meek spirit. All right, you gotta be ready to learn, man. All right, and then you gotta forget everything you learned in the world. All right, and you gotta come in this truth ready to learn the new. You gotta be ready to put off that old man. Come in this truth as a new born babe, man. All right, you put off that old man, come in this truth as a newborn babe, and then you put on that new man, okay, through the spirit of Yahushua. But look, man, you gotta receive the kingdom of Yahweh as a little child, man, like Yahushua said, okay. It's Psalms chapter 131. Read verse 2. It says, surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. And this is the great King David, man, speaking right here. He said he behaved and quieted himself, man. All right. As a child that is weaned of his mother. Now that word the word weaned basically goes back, you know, to train, to guide, or like an infant child, you know, a child that's still giving suck to their mothers, or to their mother rather, Salakia. You know, so basically King David was saying, you know, I basically, you know, I behaved myself, you know, I humbled myself, quieted myself as a child, man, you know, and he basically saying, you know, I came in this truth. Well, as a child, man, like I just read in Mark, man, you know, I'm gonna read that back. This Psalms chapter 131, verse 2. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child, man. So King David compared himself, his soul, his spirit, into a child, man. You know, into a child, a humble child, man. All right. So that's how we got to be too, man. We got to be in that same spirit. All right. We got to be in the same spirit of the prophets of old, and the same spirit of Yahushua to the best of our ability, man. Okay. Salakia, especially for these times that's about to be brought down, man. And you know, us brothers specifically, you know, that just came in like a year or two ago, we gotta get this fast, man, or as quick as possible, man. You know, we gotta go back to stuff that we learned when we first came in, We gotta go back to the milk. You know, remember those milk scriptures. You know, and we gotta constantly stay on the ball, man. Constantly study, like the scripture say, meditate. You gotta meditate day and night, man. Scripture say, blessed is he that readeth, and that keep the words of prophecy, roughly paraphrasing, man. So that's what we gotta do, man. All right, and that's what's gonna build us up. All right, this John chapter 3. And I'm gonna start at verse 3. Salakia. John chapter 3, verse 3. Yahushua answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh. And that's what Yahushua told Nicodemus, man. You know, he told him, man. He was like, look, all right, you got to be born again in this truth. And he talking spiritually, man. Or you got to come in this truth as a new person, man. You got to put off your old ways, put off those old philosophies. You got to come in this truth ready to learn, man. All right? You got to come humble. You got to come as a child, man. And the characteristics of a child. All right? Blameless. All right? Verse 4, Nicodemus saith unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? See, Nicodemus, he was a simple man, all right? He didn't understand. He was a natural man, all right? So when Yahushua said that, it went right over his head, man. He didn't understand it, man. Or Yahushua had to literally break it down to him, man. Or he literally thought Yahushua was talking about going inside your mother's womb and coming back out. Like, come on, man. You know, he was being carnally minded, man. You know, and that's just like the rest of these niggas today. They always think they think carnally, man. Which is hey, what the scriptures say? Wisdom should not enter into a malicious soul, man. All right, these niggas is wicked, man. That's why they don't get the scriptures, because they're wicked. That's why they don't get the breakdowns. They're wicked, man. All right. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit. Right, so you got to be baptized, man. All right. The Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has to come unto you, man. The Lord has to choose you to know these things, man. So the Spirit has to be within you in order to learn these things, man. The Spirit got to be within you to have that zeal to want to learn. All right. It says, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. It says, marvel not that I say unto thee, ye must be born again. That's right, man. All right. And that's what he told Nicodemus, man. You know, it's a deeper meaning to the things that Yahushua say. You can't you got to think outside the box, man. All right. All right, now I'm going to close out on this, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. That's right, man. All right. So look, those old deeds, you gotta do away with them, man. Those wicked thoughts gotta do away with. The old man has to go, and the new man has to come, man, in order to receive this knowledge. All right. If you want to be a disciple of Yahushua HaMashiach, all right. If you want that love to abide within you, this is what you gotta do, man. All right. And we gotta receive this wisdom and knowledge while we have the time, while we have the opportunity. All right. Because it's gonna come a time, you know, where Amos 8 and 11. And 11 and 12 got to come to pass, man. All right. But with that, man, you know, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Okay. We call Allah Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. And salutations to the hopeful elect and the brothers preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the globe, risking their lives to do so. Shalom, Abad, Babal.